The lesson today is from Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 to 17. Then God spoke all these words, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of a house of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make yourself an idol, whether in the form of anything that is in heaven above, or that is on the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them or worship them. For I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing children for the iniquity of parents to the third and fourth generation of those who reject me, but showing steadfast love to the thousandth generation of those who love me and keep my commandments. You shall not make wrongful name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not acquit anyone who misuses his name. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. You shall not do any work, you, your son, or your daughter, or your male or female slave, or livestock, or the alien resident in your towns. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, but rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and consecrated it. Honor your father and your mother, so that your days may be long in the land of the Lord your God is giving you. You shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor, you shall not covet your neighbor's house, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or male or female servant, or ox or donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. Word of God, word of life.
Message today is for all the children of God, and that's all of you. And so I am so grateful. We had our first lesson today was read, and you all recognized it because it's the 10 Commandments, right? All right, that's right. All right, we got the 10 Commandments this morning, and so today we're gonna count the 10 Commandments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you think God gave Moses the 10 Commandments in English? Spanish? No. I wonder what language God gave the 10 Commandments to Moses on Mount Sinai. Today we're going to talk about the two tablets of the law. So you can divide the 10 Commandments into two groups. The first group is the group that is about God, about loving God. So the first commandment says, you shall love one God. The second commandment is, you shall love God's name. The third commandment is, you shall love God and worship God on the Sabbath, right? So the first three commandments are about loving God. So we can just put a big heart here and remember that the first three commandments are about loving God. Now the second set of commandments, the second tablet of the law, the other commandments are about, first of all, my favorite. I always told my children this is my favorite. Honor your father and mother, right? You shall love your parents, and then love your neighbors, love your neighbor and keep them safe, and love your neighbor's marriage is number 6, and number 7 is love your neighbor and help them keep their stuff, right? You shall not steal. Number 8 is love your neighbor. Speak kindly of them and tell the truth. And numbers 9 and 10 are about love your neighbor and don't want their stuff, right? So the first commandment is about love God. The first tablet of the law is to love God, and the second tablet of the law is to love people, right? People. We're to love people. We're to love all people. So when you summarize the law, so you don't have to remember all 10 of the laws. That's complicated for us children of God, right? So we can just remember 2 laws. And this is our gospel lesson today, is there's only 2 laws to remember. Love God, love people. Love God, love your neighbor as yourself. So thank you all, children of God, for being part of our lesson for today.
Return to the Lord your God. Return to the Lord your God, who is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love.
The gospel for today is from the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verses 34 to 40. Y dice así: When the Pharisees heard that he had silenced the Sadducees, they gathered together. And one of them, an expert in the law, asked him a question to test him. Teacher, which commandment in the law is the greatest? He said to him, You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the greatest and first commandment. And a second is like it.